What's up guys, Zinigami here. Let's go through 30 Stamina, Twilight Party, Dead or Treat, the Halloween Strawhats, Fortnite. Now we're going to use a double Mihawk slasher team because that's the easiest team for you to use that most people have easy access to. This island has a bunch of different bosses or mini bosses, so you really want to use a rainbow team because you've got like Strength Frankie, Int, Chopper, Quick, Nami, Dex, Luffy. So you want to bring a team with a bunch of different colors on it, and for most people a slasher team is their easiest way to get that. Much easier is like to use Gear 3 or Rayleigh though. Those two teams will probably be the easiest teams to just go through everything. The island isn't really that hard. Most of the bosses only have a couple, like the most difficult boss is basically the boss that you have the weakest character to your team. So for example, since I don't have a good quick slasher, the hardest boss for me will be Frankie, because he's a strength character and I don't have a quick character. And that'll just depend on your team. This is definitely Brooke. Good old not Brooke, hiding in General Zombie costume. General Zombie does drop here if you want him. Huh. Okay, no, just a skill book. The island has some great skill books. We have Whitebeard, we've got Gear 3. Gear 3, not so important. Whitebeard's super nice. And I hear that the Whitebeard has like a pretty high drop rate on this island. Like higher than Kraken Island. So if you got Whitebeard, time to max out his special super easily. Croc's books and Slasher, that's the 5-star story mode Croc, has skill books on this island as well. Those are the only important ones really. There's nothing that I'm really looking to stall for. The only thing that we may have trouble with is like using Golden Pound Usopp on Brainpoint Chopper. And the reason we use him on Brainpoint Chopper is because Brainpoint Chopper attacks every turn and then every 2 turns, or he attacks right away and then he attacks every 2 turns. Nami will do a preemptive attack that swaps all your orbs to quick and strength orbs, and she'll lock all your orbs for 1 turn. So not super threatening. We are going to just kick her butt. We should be able to do half her health this turn. Oh, maybe not. Just under half her health. Nami will attack for 4,000 damage, so even if you take a hit, not super dangerous. Don't get her under 20%, because what she'll do under 20% is she will blind you for 6 turns and swap your orbs to empty orbs. So just don't hit her under 20%. Piece of cake, Nami. Boop boo, boop boo. But since she swaps to quick or strength, you will not get Dex orbs. It's not worth bringing an orb manipulator just to get around her orbs. Not worth it. Chopper. Oh, I'm sorry. Nami has 400,000 hit points. Chopper also has 400,000 hit points. Chopper attacks on his turn 1 and then attacks every 2 turns for 4,000 damage. And boom boom. All we do is kill him again. What Chopper will do on his 2nd turn is he'll use his special, shoo shoo. That will boost his attack and his defense. So you want to do as much damage as you can turn 1. After that, he does get a nice bit tankier. It's not that tanky, but he'll attack. The 4,000 attack is with his boosts. I'm sorry, he attacks for. Yeah, it's with the boosts. So it's not that much tankier, or it's not that much more armor, but it is a armor boost, so if you weren't doing that much damage to him before, you're not going to be doing that much damage to him afterwards. And now we kill him. Goodbye, our cute, adorable Tony Chopper. You are the cute... Oops. Chopper also doesn't do anything under 20%. There's 6,000 with the boost. Sorry, not 4,000. 6,000 is with his attack boost. Chopper doesn't do anything under 20%. It's under 50% that Chopper does his attack and defense up for 4 turns. I am misspeaking everywhere. So it's a chopper will attack for 4,000 damage when he attacks, and then under 50% he'll boost his attack and defense and attack for 6,000 whenever he attacks. Frankie has 2,500 health, not that much, but what Frankie would do is after his turn 1 he will silence your captain, not your friend captain, just your captain, for 2 turns. And we'll get to see that. Silence us, baby! But it's only for 2 turns. If you have stalling right here, you might as well use it on Frankie because you can't stall Luffy for 3 turns. Luffy puts up debuff protection for 3 turns. So here we just hit Frankie. We won't do that much damage to him, but since it is only 2 turns stall, he only silences your captain for 2 turns, and you've got 4 turns to fight him. You've got 2 turns of regular damage on Frankie, so as long as you got some decent damage and some good orbs, you'll kill him. When Frankie does attack, he does hit pretty hard. Frankie attacks for 7,500 damage. And under 20%, Frankie will silence both your captains again for another 2 turns. So, like every single Straw Hat, you really want to try to avoid that 20%. It's not good for your health. Alrighty, Frankie. I should be able to do this. Right? Oops. I hit it great. Never mind. You got it. And then, what's up, Luffy? Luffy will preemptively prevent all debuffs to him, not from him, for 3 turns. We can use our Mihawks here because we can. Luffy will attack every turn for 6,700 damage. Under 50% health, Luffy will swap all your orbs to meat orbs, and then under 20%, Luffy will attack for 9,000. So if you need to take some, health, or if you need to heal, talking is so hard. Get Luffy to under 50%, and he will give you all meat orbs. This also lets you do fun things like, let's not. I don't think Arlong would have killed him there, and I don't want to risk it. There you go, he gives you all meat orbs and skips his attack. I did not want to risk taking that hit there. But I can't heal with a Mihawk team, so we just kill him. There you go. That's the island. If you're, like I said, a rainbow team is the team that you really want to bring to this island. So anything that has a lot of colors on it, like a freedom team, a fire team, a slasher team, a shooter team, anything that you can use a bunch of different colors on. The easiest team for most people will just be a slasher because everyone's got access to Mihawks, and Mihawks will be plenty bountiful. Anyways, guys, let's go over what they do, shall we? We'll go over what each individual character does. So we'll go with Chopper. Tony Chopper. Tony Chopper. 1. He's adorable. That's it. His special is reduced Captain Silence for 3 turns, so he's basically like Ein, and his stats are terrible. Pretty much every single Straw Hat, every single character here, stats are terrible. Terrible stats. And the only good character is this Usopp. This Usopp is basically your poor man's Impact Out Usopp. This not Impact Out Usopp boosts your Psy character attack by 1.75 for 1 turn, which is pretty nice actually, since he's pretty easily farmable. He starts at 14 turn cooldown, probably goes down to about 9 turn cooldown, I'm gonna bet. But this Usopp's actually pretty good. If you don't have Impact Out Usopp, he's your next best Usopp to go for. Impact Out goes down to... my Impact Out doesn't have cooldowns on it yet. I'm going to say Impact Out Usopp, I think, goes down to 12 turns. So he's actually got a much shorter cooldown than Impact Out Usopp, which is pretty nice. And it says 1.75 times attack instead of 2 times attack from Impact Out Usopp, but depending on your team, you might not even notice. Oops. And we also have Nami. Oh, our beautiful pumpkin Nami, who's got a very strategically angled shot here with the known as the seatbelt effect going on in full effect right there. Nami is terrible stats, just like the rest. And her special is heal for 3,000. Not useful, but good to look at, and a great ability orb. All these characters are great because they give you orbs on your regular Straw Hats, guys. Remember that. And then we have, where are you, Luffy? Here you are. Ruhi. Halloween monster Luffy. His captain ability is the only one that's kind of useful. His captain ability is 2 times attack for freedom characters. So that's kind of okay. Not 2 times attack, anything else. It's just 2 times attack. If you don't have any other freedom characters, he makes a decent captain. And his special deals 15 times his attack and damage, and boosts all characters' attack by 1.2 times for 1 turn. So a really, really small attack boost. It won't stack with characters like Impact Out Usopp or Robin or anything that boosts like slasher attacks. So you're not going to be using him for a special very often, and his stats are terrible. Like all the other Straw Hats, his stats are terrible. And last is Frankie. There you are, Frankie. Frankie's captain ability is boost strength captains by 2 times, which is normally nice, but everyone's got gear 2 already. And his special is kind of like Strong with Frankie. He swaps his own orb to strength, and it allows you to move orbs once. So he's like Frankie and Dofi, but without the orb boosting ability, which makes him not great. But once again, he does give you ability orbs for your other Straw Hats. So the island is got some pretty decent skill books and lots of characters. You can get, at best, you can get all Usopp, Nami, Chopper, Frankie, and Luffy all in one go. So you can get 5 ability orbs all in one shot, guys. This is something I highly recommend you farm to get all those ability sockets on your Luffys, your Gear 2 Luffy, your Gear 3 Luffy, your Strong Luffys, your Strong Frankies, your regular Frankies. Everyone gets so many ability orbs in this. Anyways, guys, I've been Zenigami, and y'all stay beautiful.